So the new book is Strange Tide. It's I think it's technically the 15th Bryant May Book.
Fiendish plotting, baffling crimes, subversive wit, arcane history, sublime writing, and of course characters we have come to know and love.
I think they're unique. To put it sort of crudely, they're just the two best old farts in crime fiction.
The fact that they're these old men with a wealth of knowledge that they've accrued over the years, and that one of them is keeping at the cutting edge, but the other one is quite happy to have his sticky sweets in his pocket, sticking to the old ways. I like the friction between those two.
They have this perfect synchronicity and they're this great team, and although they could never actually exist in the modern police movement, Christopher Fowler makes you believe that these people could be there and that the Peculiar Crimes Unit actually, really could exist.
The big thing for me was to actually start developing the characters more than the plots. Because if you go back to the old Golden Age mysteries, they're always about the plot. They're always about, who poisoned the jam in the larder and hit the vicar with the whatever. So I thought it would be quite nice to actually develop the characters more. And I didn't want to turn it into a soap opera, but at the same time I thought it'd be kind of fun to know more about them. So once I started developing the characters more, the feedback got better, and I read chapters out with audiences, and they started responding a lot more. So I thought, a bit more of a balance, put some more characters in. I used to most enjoy writing Janice Longbright because she was, just this kind of statuesque Diana Dawes-like retro character. Then I love writing Maggie Armitage because she's real, she's in the room behind me, and she is more bonkers than she appears in the books. But I've slightly got to fall in love with Raymond Land because he's so ineffectual, and as the head of the unit, he's always making terrible mistakes. And so I'm doing a new book at the moment where he gets into a fight with a pigeon on his windowsill, and you realise that he's just about the equal of a pigeon.
The other people I know who love the books are very tied up with what happens to those characters, which is a real achievement. They're very cinematic storylines, but at the heart of it, these very small stories of human interaction, and they're just the funniest, warmest, well-plotted crime novels I've ever read, basically.
There was only ever going to be one book. There was going to be Full Dark House was going to be the Bryant May Book, and a publisher turned it down. They said there's no future in this idea, and so I left the publishing house and I took it to what was then Transworld, and they said, no, this could be a series. And so then I thought about doing more volumes. I never feel like I'm getting tired of it because there's so much to explore in London, and there's also so many ideas that you can use from the Golden Age, but mix it in with the modern world. So it never really gets tired for me.
And what is nice about this type of series is that it's like you're hooking up with your old friends, and you know that at a certain point, 12 months' time, there's going to be another lot, which is very reassuring, I think.
This one's about the Thames, and it's another element of London that gets overlooked, which is the river we just take for granted. And in a funny sort of way, the more I find little corners of London that people they notice and don't really think about, the more interesting the books get for me. So that's why I'm doing it.
Here's to you, to Arthur, John, the PCU.
If all the other crime books were double diamond, maybe a 4-pack of double diamond, that was like somebody saying, here's a glass of champagne and a plate of oysters.